Hey everyone, and welcome to today's video where we're going to be doing an income report for October 2020, where we're going to be mainly looking at income from KDP publishing and book sales. Now, if you've not been here before, my name's Paul Marles. I do videos on how to make it, keep it, grow it. That's your money I'm talking about. And if you do like videos like that, then please do give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and also smash that notification bell to receive notification of when I produce more videos like this. Now, before we get into the video, you're going to notice I've got this on my head, so please excuse it. I've got a low metal bar on the boat and I frequently hit my head on it, and this time I hit it pretty hard. So if I start to ramble or go off on a tangent, then you know why. So we're going to be looking at income derived from sales of KDP books and YouTube for October 2020. Now, this is the first month of Q4, last quarter of the year, and it'd be interesting to see what's happened to book sales over that period of time, because normally we expect to see them increase and hopefully, fingers crossed, increase through to the end of December. Now, the income is mainly derived from KDP, which is publishing books on Amazon, and also from the YouTube channel. Now, why do I do KDP books? Well, briefly, and if you're new to this channel, this will be useful. I enjoy the creativity side of things, creating the interiors, creating the covers, and as a business model, it's superb because you get to upload what I call a digital inventory. All the files that you upload to Amazon are digital files, which includes the cover and the interior, and they just sit there on Amazon, and they could be sitting there hopefully for the next 10 years or more. And when people order the books, obviously you make the sales and Amazon prints out the books and they get sent to the customer. So one of the other beauties of this business is that there's no issues with having to provide shipping and also dealing with returns. And thirdly, one of the biggest pluses to it is that you can create this passive income. Passive, I'm not keen on that term. I prefer something like a recurring income, because it's an income whereby you put the work in up front and then you can keep getting sales, hopefully getting sales without having to put any more work in, because you create those books, they sit there on Amazon and they continue to make sales. And indeed, books that I've created in 2018 are still making sales to this day. And YouTube, again, I love this as a business model because it involves the creativity. It's not quite as much of a passive income as KDP books are, because you do have to put in that continuous work to create the videos. But what I do like about it is that, one, I enjoy teaching, and two, also creating this community of people, or like-minded people, that are interested in this business and making a secondary income, doing a side hustle, or even replacing their main income online. So why don't we get to it and have a look at our income for October. So first of all, we'll look at the YouTube. Now, views were slightly down this month compared to last month, and that's mainly because I didn't produce as many videos, because I've had a lot of work that I've needed doing on the boat, and I'm currently in the process of installing a new flooring, and I wanted to try and get it all done really before winter sets in. So didn't produce quite as many videos, so the views were slightly lower compared to last month, but still managed to bring in an income of $1,381.53. And this money you normally get paid the month after, so this money will go into my bank account in November, usually towards the latter part of November. And the income compared to last month, again, because the views were slightly less, was lower. It was 1,580 last month. Now, this channel, due to the nature of it, the subject matter, which is business, creating an income online, I do get a high what's called a CPM, or cost per mil. That's how much ad revenue comes in per 1,000 views, and it's currently around about 34 to 35, and you have what's called your RPM, which is actual revenue per 1,000 views, which is round about $14 to $15, which is quite high compared to a lot of channels. That's why that I can get that income on just sort of 92,000 views, which is quite incredible, because a lot of people, a lot of the bigger channels will get that just off one video, which yeah, kind of blows me away really. And yes, it would be nice to get to that situation, but hopefully, who knows what will happen in the future. Now, from this channel, I do derive income from two other sources. One is product sales, and that's from my Gumroad shop. Now, if you've not been there before, I'll leave the link below. There's lots of resources there on keywords, and also some free interiors to download. And the income from that was $482.29. Thank you to everyone and anyone that's bought any of my products from the Gumroad shop. I hope you found great benefit from it. Now, one of the best ways to make money from a YouTube channel, other than ad revenue, is with affiliate sales. And it's probably one of the easiest and quickest ways to start making money on a YouTube channel, even with a small subscriber base. And this is basically commission you get from sales of other people's products. Now, one of the most common is Amazon. So if you leave a link, say in your description, to a product which takes people to Amazon, then you get a percentage of that sales revenue, which I think is around about 4%. I don't actually make much money at all from Amazon sales. So any links below in the description, I get a small commission from that, which helps to fund this channel. And in October, the income from that came to $856.88. Again, thank you very much to any of you guys that have clicked on those links and bought anything from those links. It does help a great deal. And just a quick small income I got, which is from cryptocurrency, of $22. I'll just quickly show you. You might be interested in this. It's called Uniswap, where you can add cryptocurrencies to a pool of cryptocurrencies, and you get interest payments per year on that, and also you get rewarded in what's called Uniswap tokens. And I think the current interest rate for any money you put in is 6.52%. I've only got about, I think it's about $1,100 in there. So $22 from that in a month equates to around about, just off the top of my head, about 20% per year, which is not too bad a return. Now, it is also dependent on the rise and fall of cryptocurrency prices. So you could, after a year, end up with a loss if cryptocurrencies were to go down. Actually, this has been a good month for cryptocurrencies, because I know Bitcoin has gone from about $10,600 to about $13,500 per Bitcoin. So there's also income from that, but I don't class that as an income, because until you've sold your cryptocurrencies, similar to shares, you've not actually got that money in your hand. So that could all disappear tomorrow, I guess, if cryptos were to crash. Which, with the US elections going on, who knows what's going to happen over the next few days. So now let's come on to earnings from KDP, publishing low content books on Amazon. And if we just have a quick look, we can see that sales remained relatively constant over the month. And actually, the day where you get money from the extended distribution sales was quite high this month, which was quite interesting and quite pleasing to see. I still get sales from extended distribution. I know some books are not accepted on extended distribution anymore. I think they're mainly certain sizes, and I think they're mainly the sort of the blank lined notebooks. But I'm certainly still getting income from a lot of my logbooks on the extended distribution network. So sales of books this month amounted to 2,228, which is up from 1,845 last month. So what does that mean in terms of royalties? Well, I made $4,175.93 from the sales of my books. Now, we've got to take off money that I spent on Amazon ads, which we'll come to in a moment. But if we just quickly look at how those sales were distributed, my best-selling book continues to sell as my best-selling book, which is quite amazing. I created this book in June 19, and it literally, it's a very basic sort of style of book, and it literally took me about half an hour to an hour to create, and is still bringing in this significant income. Now, I've not calculated how much it's bought in the last 12 months, but I think it must be over $10,000 from just that half an hour to an hour's work, which is incredible, which is the beauty again of this business model. You know, you can create something up front which doesn't actually need to take that long, yet can still continue to produce a really significant income. And what you usually find, which I find in a lot of online businesses, is it's those books that you don't think are going to make money, or products you don't think they're going to make money, that seem to make the money. And you sort of create them quickly, knock a product out, and it makes a load of income. Whereas a product that you could spend weeks, days, weeks on, and you think this is superb, it's a perfect product, you don't make anything. It's strange how that goes. But I've found that in all forms of online businesses that I've done, including building websites and creating income from Google Ads on those websites. Quite bizarre, and it's funny how it plays out like that. So my number one book still ranks number one for its main keyword. I've never used ads on this book. My current number two book ranks about 3 for its main keyword, and this is in a really competitive market, and I'm pleased about this. However, these sales have come mostly from running ads. There are some organic sales in there as well. My number 3 book, the income has increased on this book this month. Now this, I ran ads on this book for 2.5 months earlier this year, and is still now continuing to bring in sales just purely from organic sales. Those are sales that you get from the book just ranking naturally on Amazon. That ranks number 1 for its main keyword. This 4th book, again, I'm running ads on this, so most of the income comes from ads. Some of the sales are organic, and this is ranking at about 8 for its main keyword. It did get up to about 3, but it seems to have dropped off lately, so I'm going to keep a close eye on that. And if it keeps falling, then I might give it a rest on the ads. I'm not too sure. This book, again, I run ads on this at the beginning of the year for about 2.5 months, and still is now producing organic sales passively, which is great. This book ranks about number 4. This book ranks about number 1 for its keyword. This one number 1 for its keyword. I expect this one to increase in sales over this Q4, and particularly as we get into December. And this next book, very competitive market, but ranks at about 4 for its main keyword. So overall, 1, I'm pleased with the income from these books, and 2, I'm pleased with the ranking that these books are getting, and 3, income from the ads. My ads campaign looks very promising, and in fact this book that's at number 2, that ranks number 3 for its main keyword, I may stop those ads soon and see if the organic sales can continue. It's just that I've been reluctant to do that because it is in such a competitive market that I'm just worried that it will suddenly drop off the rankings. I want to get more reviews. I can't remember how many I've got at the moment. Is it 20 or something? But I want to try and get more reviews just to give it that solid footing on that Amazon ranking. So how much did I pay out in? The income compared to last month. Last month I made $3,472 from the sales of my books. So we're up on that with income of $4,175. But as I said, I've run ads on this, and the ad cost was higher this month, and as we can see here, the total ad spend was $676.41. The ACOS was 30.62, which means that I'm running on a slight loss on the ads, but I've noticed recently the organic sales are really starting to increase and create a significant proportion of those royalties from those particular books. So that's promising as well. Now, one of the issues with running ads is that you spend the money on the ads, which comes out of your bank account. I think it's usually sort of every 2 weeks. So you pay for your ads up front, but the money you get from royalties doesn't come in until 2 months later. So, if you're first starting out and you're not earning any money and you're wanting to run ads, you can be out of pocket for the first couple of months. So just bear that in mind if you're deciding to run ads. I didn't start running ads until I was making that regular income on my books. So the actual income from sales of KDP books was $3,499.52, which is excellent. Pleased with that. And if we look on this pie chart, we can see that KDP is actually a bigger proportion of my income this month. It was around about 50% last month. It's now 60% this month, and that's due to a reduction in income from the YouTube channel. As I said, from not producing as many videos, but sometimes life does get in the way, and you've got to take that into account as well. Cryptocurrency produces this nice little slither of a pie, but all income is welcome. So what does that mean for total income this month? Well, it comes to a grand total of $6,242.22, and that is actually down a bit on last month. Last month we had $6,557.43, so it's down by about $310. And again, I think that's mainly due to the less traffic from the YouTube channel. But sales of the books are increasing. I expect to sell even more in November if I'm looking at sort of what's happened over the last couple of years. Who knows what's going to happen with sort of all these house arrests, lockdowns being implemented. It may mean that sales increase even more because more people are going to be doing shopping online. Just a slight side note, Amazon sales for me have increased dramatically, and I know from other people with businesses online, since about April, Amazon sales have skyrocketed, sometimes increased by 3 times. Yet interestingly, recently Amazon share prices have actually dropped by quite a significant amount. So that may be something I might look at in terms of investing my money in Amazon shares, because I can't see a good reason why the shares would fall, and I think income reports from Amazon will be huge over the next 6 months to 12 months. So I think there's quite a good chance of capital gain from the shares. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just what I'm thinking about doing myself. So take that information as you will. So overall, it's been a good month. If you're interested in creating an income online, well, I've showed you 2 ways that I'm doing it. One is via a YouTube channel, and one is via selling books on Amazon, no content and low content books via the KDP platform. So there's 2 models there, if you like, both creating a good income. And take this information and use it as a motivation to actually start doing something. If you've been meaning to start a YouTube channel or create an online business, start it now. My YouTube channel, it took me about 10 years before I actually focused and started producing videos, and I wish I'd have done it sort of when I really wanted to do it 10 years ago, because now I'd have a channel that's 10 years old. And it's the same, if you don't do it now, you'll be looking back in a year's time and thinking, oh, why didn't I do this a year ago? Even if it's just creating 1 book a week, for example. And as I said, my best-selling book took me half an hour to an hour. That could be an hour a week. In a year's time, you'd have 52 books, and you could be, getting a nice little side income, or depending on the types of books you create, and with a bit of luck, you may even have a full-time income. Because actually, most of my income just comes from, well, you could see there, a big chunk of it just comes from 10 books. So I'm not saying you'll create 10 books and you'll get that level of income, because, in a way I had to go through that learning process of creating all the books that I've created. And I currently have about 2,400 books. But it wasn't until I sort of got that experience and knew what type of books to create that I started making the income. And that's the information I give you guys, because I've taken that information, knowing what type of books earn an income, I'm telling you guys about it so you don't have to go through such a big learning phase and a big experimental phase. I've done all that for you, if you like. So anyway, I hope you found that information useful. Hope you found it motivating. If you did find it useful or you enjoyed it, then please do give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. But make sure you do hit the subscribe button, smash that notification bell, and until next time, goodbye.